Hello, everyone. Give me a few minutes to just rest a little bit, and then we'll start with Chapter 4 of Game Changers, starring Kip and Francois. What's his character called again? Scott. Scott Hunter. Let me just take a little nap, because I did a lot of things today. I'm back. Oh god. Okay, let's do this. I have read just a little bit, a teeny tiny bit of. Okay, let me just try. Noise suppression. Okay, that's good. Mic. Okay. 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 Everything's good. Okay. Oop. I'm opening the ebook. Okay. Oh my god. The butterflies in my heart or a flutter. Because I've read a little bit of chapter 4. I think yesterday, just a little bit. Okay, mic test. Okay. Drinking a little bit of water. Okay. I don't know why I'm drinking cold water when I'm a little bit under the... What's the expression? I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. Okay, let's do this. This is gonna be good. Okay. Chapter 4. Kip had more than one job. As well as working at Strawberry, he was on a call list for a company that hired servers for events, like fundraisers and ceremonies. A friend had gotten him on the list, and Kip had worked a couple dozen events over the past year and a half. He had received a call to see if he was available to work a fundraiser for one of the children's hospitals Wednesday night, a black tie cocktail reception with some speakers at Chelsea Piers. Kip was available, and he really needed the money. So on Wednesday, he left Strawberry at 2 o'clock with his backpack containing his wadded up apron and ball cap, and also his black leather shoes, his black dress pants, and a few basic toiletries so he could freshen up before the high class event. He got off the train in Chelsea with a couple of hours to kill. The miserable February weather drove him into the nearest Starbucks, where he took his Americano to a table to sit and think about a certain NHL star. He had been kind of hoping the 2 week Scott Hunter drought would be enough to end this ridiculous crush. It was unlikely he would be seeing Scott on a regular basis, or at all, for much longer. One bad home game and it would be over. Or maybe Scott had already found a new good luck charm. Anyway, the drought hadn't ended the crush. He had tomorrow off at his other job, but would be working Friday. Hopefully Scott would come by, if only because Kip wanted to thank him for the tickets. When Kip was really bored, like right now at his little table in a Starbucks in Chelsea, he would let himself fantasize a bit about what it would be like to date Scott Hunter. For one thing, just having access to that body, what would all those muscles feel like under his hands? What would it be like to have the full weight of Scott covering him, pressing him into a mattress? or against the wall. He wondered what kissing him would be like. If Scott's full pink lips were as soft as they looked, he wondered how he tasted, what it would be like to run his tongue over those perfect teeth, and what would it be like to date someone as famous as Scott, as rich as Scott. Kip could not imagine what it would feel like to have that much money, even a fraction of that much money. Hell, at the moment, Kip couldn't imagine what it'd feel like to be able to afford the Starbucks sandwich he had kind of wanted to order with his coffee. He let himself daydream about going to the games as Scott's boyfriend, sitting in his usual seat, bursting with pride when Scott did something amazing. They would celebrate Scott's big win at home that night together. Maybe he would greet Scott at the door when he came back from a long road trip. Scott would be so happy to see him. Kip was getting a little hot and bothered in this very public coffee shop. He sighed and took a sip of coffee that was far too hot. The pain brought him down to earth. If you put half as much energy into finding an actual realistic boyfriend as you do into fantasizing about a superstar millionaire who probably isn't even interested in men, let alone you, Kip thought. Kip hadn't gotten any action in a month? No, 2 months? God, almost 3 months. Ah, same, Kip, same. I haven't had any action in the past 4 years now. Oh, girl. Okay, anyway, back to the book. God, almost 3 months. It was his own fault, really. He hadn't been going out much. Same bitch. I've been working too. He used to, all the time. He'd never been in a relationship that he would call serious, but he used to love the challenge of picking guys up at bars or gyms or even grocery stores. He was naturally flirtatious, or at least he used to be. Something about being 25, living with his parents, and working at a smoothie shop with nothing promising on the horizon had killed his swagger. He took another sip of coffee that was still too hot. How? There might be a cute guy working with him tonight. Maybe he could break it this dry spell. POV switch to Scott. I need water. Okay. Scott tugged at his navy tuxedo jacket and fiddled with his cuff links. He hated these events, but wanted to use the celebrity for good, and children's hospitals were a particular favorite cause of his. He was scheduled to speak tonight, but he wasn't nervous about that. He never minded public speaking, and this would only be a short speech anyway. What he hated was this: being on display for a room of wealthy, fawning donors, making small talk with tedious people, wearing a tuxedo, being mindful of his every move, his every word. He was tired. The road trip had been long and they had just gotten back this morning. It would be a challenge to stay in a good mood tonight, but he would, because that was his job. There was a loud din in the room of people talking and laughing. It was a sea of dark tuxes and mostly dark gowns. In one corner of the room, a trio played mellow jazz music. He stared into his Pilsner glass of beer and realized he was starving. The only food seemed to be on little trays being carried by servers wearing all black. He inched toward one, hoping to snag a shrimp or something. The server turned, and Scott was shocked to see that it was Kip! Well, how would he sound like? Kip, Kip, Kip. Yeah, something like that, right? Kip. Uh, Kip, Kip. Yeah, something like that, right? Kip, 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 Kip. Kip looked back, looked just as surprised. He took a step back, and the tray wobbled dangerously on his arm before he quickly grabbed it with his other hand. Scott? Uh, I mean... Scott gathered himself and smiled. Scott is fine. I didn't know you were going to be here. That makes two of us. Kip's eyes were stunning, set against all of the black of his uniform. He was more beautiful than Scott remembered, even. Oh, girl. Scott took a couple of things off Kip's tray, just to make it less awkward. Do you work a lot of these things? He asked, trying to keep the conversation normal. A few. This one was last minute. Scott nodded. He desperately tried to think of something else to ask him, but all he could think about was how soft Kip's hair looked. Hey, Kip said. Thanks again for the tickets. That was amazing. Being there, no problem. I'm glad you had a good time. It was nice seeing you there. Oh, you saw me? I nodded at you when I skidded by. Kinda subtle, I guess. Oh, no, I saw. I just didn't think it was meant for me. It was, Scott said, far too earnestly. He took a step back and cleared his throat. Anyway. Oh, was that Kip? Kip said, anyway. And then Scott says, you're probably busy. Right. And you're working, obviously? Yeah, so... Oh god. No, I switched it off. Okay, let's do that again. It was. Oh, oh no, I saw. I just didn't think it was meant for me. It was, Scott said, far too earnestly. He took a step back and cleared his throat. Anyway, you're probably busy, Kip says. Right, and you're working, obviously? Yeah, so I'll let you get to it. Alright. Scott placed a hand on Kip's free arm, needing to make contact somehow. It was nice seeing you, Kip. You... Yeah, you too. I guess I'll see you around tonight. Scott nodded and Kip left to serve canapes. I don't know how to pronounce that. Canapes? Canapes? A hand landed on Scott's arm immediately, and he turned to talk to one of the event organizers. Okay. So, one of the event organizers. He felt a lot lighter than he had before. Scott spent the rest of the evening chatting with different people, but he kept scanning the room for Kip. Their eyes met a couple of times. The first time, Scott quickly looked away, embarrassed. The second time, though, he let his gaze linger, and he was rewarded with an adorable grin from Kip that caused Scott's stomach to flip. In his mind, Scott says, "Oh no, Hunter, you're in trouble." Once Scott had given his speech and had mingled for another hour, he was desperate to get out of his tux, out of this room, except he caught Kip as he was loading empty glasses onto a tray. "You have to stay much later?" Scott asked. "Another hour, maybe? Cleanup isn't too bad this time." Scott smiled a little. He couldn't think of anything else to say. He just didn't want to leave. But he should leave. Otherwise, he might say something dangerous. Wink, wink. Oh! Scott was a superstitious man. He believed everything happened for a reason, and it couldn't be a coincidence that Kip was here tonight. Fate had thrown them into the same room together. It was an opportunity. Scott just didn't know what to do with it. "They never have enough food at these things," he said, as casually as he could manage. Kip looked up from the table he was clearing. "At least you got to eat something," he said. I've been carrying around trays of food I can't eat all night. I'm starving." He kept his eyes on Scott's, waiting, and Scott knew this was his moment. Right here. He says, "There's a place a couple of blocks from here that has great burgers," Scott said, still carefully. "Not a direct invitation. Not yet. It's open late." "Oh? I was thinking of heading there after." Kip stood straight up to meet Scott's gaze. Are you asking me to come get a burger with you?" Scott was absurdly terrified, but god damn, he wanted this. "Yes." Kip grinned, showing his dimples. "Alright, I'll meet you as soon as I'm done here. At the front doors?" "Yeah." It suddenly occurred to Scott that he was wearing a tuxedo and didn't have a change of clothing on him. "An hour, you think?" Kip shrugged. "Maybe a little less, maybe longer, if you keep distracting me." "Okay." It was all Scott could do to keep from clapping his hands together with glee. They were doing this. They were gonna get the burger together. He would fix the tuxedo problem, and he would let this thing happen. He didn't think he could get to his apartment and back here on time. No nearby clothing stores were still open, unless... POV change. When Kip saw Scott again, he was standing near the front doors of the complex, wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt that had Brooklyn written across the front and a black knit hat that said NYC on it. He had a cheap-looking knapsack slung over his shoulder containing, Kip assumed, most of his tuxedo. I didn't have a change of clothes with me, so I went to a bodega that sold some touristy stuff," Scott explained. Dressed like he was, you almost couldn't tell he was Scott Hunter, but Kip knew. And he knew that Scott Hunter had frantically bought souvenir clothing so he could go on a date with him. Maybe a date. Kip smiled. "You look good." He did. A little odd, perhaps, in a hoodie, navy tuxedo pants, and dress shoes, but good. Kip was pretty grubby, in the same jeans he had worn earlier in the day, and a black t-shirt he had been wearing under his uniform tonight. He zipped up his parka before following Scott out into the cold. It was very cold. "You must be freezing," he said. You sure you want to walk there? You sure you want to walk there?" "I run hot," Scott said with a grin. "I'll be fine." They walked together through the quiet streets. Not a lot of people out on this frigid Wednesday night. There were a few flurries in the air, but no wind. Despite his claim of not being cold, Scott had shoved his hands into the pocket of his hoodie. How was the road trip? How was the road trip? Kip asked, after spending a solid minute trying to think of something to say. Oh, good. Went well. We won 5 of the 7 games. Should have won the one in San Jose, but that's a rant you don't want to hear. You like the travel? I don't mind it. I like some cities more than others. Some cities like me more than others. They would all love if you played for their team. Maybe. They walked another block in silence. Kip still couldn't believe who he was talking with. In his mind, he's thinking, he's just a guy. He's just a really hot, enormous guy who's famous and beloved and cold. Scott was definitely huffing a bit as they walked, and his shoulders were hunched. You alright? Kip asked. Oh, yeah, just. It is pretty cold. Kip smiled. Yeah, okay, tough guy. He got brave and nudged Scott a bit with his elbow. Scott laughed and his breath came out in white clouds. Kip swallowed. Is the burger place close? Yeah, it's. Uh, oh, it's right there. Scott pointed across the street. Let's get you inside. They entered and Scott smiled at Kip as the warm air hit them. Kip could not believe how beautiful he was. They ordered at the counter, parentheses Scott paid, and sat at a table in the corner to wait for their food. The restaurant was quiet. Kip wished he knew what was going on here. Normally, when a guy invited him to get some food or a drink, there were no doubts about where it might lead. But this was not a regular guy, and it was possible that Scott didn't really realize this seemed like a date. Maybe he was just lonely. In his mind, Kip says, how in hell could Scott Hunter be lonely? You live in Manhattan? Scott asked suddenly. No, Brooklyn. Born and raised. Ah, from upstate. Rochester? Kip smiled a little. I know. Right. I guess my life is kind of public knowledge. Kind of, Kip said, and, feeling brave, added, ooh! But I'll bet you have some secrets. Scott turned pink. It was cute. Okay. He fiddled with the straw in a soda cup until it seemed to inspire his next question. Okay. Have you worked at Straw Plus Berry long? Okay. Um, actually, Kip said, feigning offense. It's pronounced straw and berry. So, oh my god, Scott, you and I, same wavelength. Because I totally, in that first stream, definitely I thought it was straw plus berry, bitch. Not straw and berry. Okay, back to the book. Actually, Kip said, feigning offense. It's pronounced straw and berry. So, Scott put up his hands and grinned. Sorry, didn't mean to insult you. That's okay, Kip sighed dramatically. I'm sure people get your team name wrong all the time. Oop! Scott shook his head, still smiling. Do you like it? Working there, I mean. Kip actually laughed at that. That's alright. I mean, no, I don't really like it. Is there something else you would rather be doing? Of course, I just don't know what that is yet. I mean, I have a history degree. No kidding. I never finished college. Kip gave him a gentle smirk again. I know. Right. Did you want to? Finish college, I mean. Scott seemed surprised by the question. I. Yeah, yeah, I did. I wanted to finish, to graduate. My mom, she would have liked that. And I enjoyed the classes. I've always liked learning. What were you studying? A little bit of everything. I couldn't commit to a major, and I didn't need to. The school didn't care what I took, just as long as I performed on the ice. Kip felt a little sad for him. Must be weird, he said. Everyone's wanted a piece of you since you were a teenager. Probably never felt like your life was your own. Scott looked stunned. Kip turned red. He had crossed the line. Sorry. Jesus. Forget I said that, alright? I don't even know you. No, Scott said. It did, it did, it did feel like that. I don't want to complain, obviously, but yeah, you're allowed to complain. Scott smiled at him. I'm really not. It would get me despised by everyone. Well, you can complain to me. The way Scott looked at him then, Kip would never forget it. If they were alone, and if he were someone else and Scott were someone else, he would have expected Scott to lunge across the table and haul him into a hungry kiss. Instead, burgers were placed in front of them by a server, and the moment was gone. As they ate, Scott's eyes darted around the small restaurant, and it occurred to Kip that he had never taken his winter hat off. Aww. Worried you'll get recognized? Kip asked. Not worried, I'm just hoping I won't. Not right now. Oh, that is so sad! Scott picked up his burger, then put it down without taking another bite. He fiddled with his straw again. He finally sighed and turned his eyes up to meet Kip's. It's just nice doing this. Hanging out with someone? With you. Girl, these gay people are killing me. Oh my god. Kip was speechless, and Scott looked absolutely tortured. His eyes were pleading with Kip to understand him, to not make him spell it out. Oh, is what Kip finally said. Scott's face relaxed a bit. Um, I'm not good at this, he said. It's important to me to keep my private life private, and that is increasingly hard to do, so I don't ever pick up guys. Scott flushed a little. Kip loved it. Yeah, Kip could not believe that this thing that he had been trying not to pretend was a date was actually a date. It was unreal, but suddenly he didn't want to eat another bite of his stupid burger. He wanted to get Scott Hunter somewhere private and let him slam Kip against the wall. He decided to be bold. Oh, is there somewhere we can go? He asked in a low voice. Oh, bitch! Yeah, Scott said, his voice huskier than it had been a second ago, his eyes a little darker. Oh my god, girl. Okay. Damn. Gay flirting. My god. Kip wasn't naive. He knew what this was. Hunter wasn't out, and he had to get his action as discreetly as possible. Nothing serious or long term, he just needed to get off, and Kip was more than happy to help him with that. He was honored he was honored that Scott felt he could trust him to keep a secret freely. Let's go, Kip said. Ah! To be honest, I kind of prefer the series, the TV series version of the series of events more than the book. That was kind of gaggy. Not gonna lie. Okay, chapter 5. Let me just drink water. Okay, I'm back. Chapter 5. Am I allowed to read smut on Twitch and on YouTube? I guess I'll have to do a little bit of censoring, but I don't know how. I'm just gonna do a beep. Beep! Okay. Chapter 5. They dumped the rest of their dinners into the garbage cans and walked out, saying nothing to each other. Scott pulled his phone out when they were outside, calling some sort of car service. Should be here in a minute or two, he said after he hung up. Yip just nodded, buzzing with anticipation. The car arrived, a black SUV, and they slid into the leather seats behind the partition. Scott sat straight upright with his hands on his knees, not looking at Kip at all. His fingers flexed and curled restlessly. Kip placed his hand on one of Scott's thighs, feeling the solid muscle under the smooth fabric of his suit pants. He didn't move his hand, but let it rest there as a reassuring presence. Scott glanced at Kip's hand, then turned to meet his eyes. I can keep a secret, Kip said. Oh, almost a whisper because he wasn't sure if the driver could hear them. I can keep a secret, and I promise I'll make it good for you. I know. Scott placed his own hand over Kip's and tangled their fingers. He pressed his lips together, like he was trying to suppress a smile, like he was giddy about this, about Kip. Fucking incredible. The car took them to a newer building in the Lower East Side. Kip was surprised. He had expected something. Well, he knew it. He knew it had to be near Straw plus Berry, but in a fancier neighborhood, maybe? But he supposed every neighborhood in Manhattan was getting fancy these days, and this looked like a brand new building. It was also clearly a very expensive building. The lobby reminded Kip of the room that housed the Egyptian temple at the Met, vast and serene, with marble everywhere. Scott led them to the elevator and typed in a code. When the doors opened, they were right in front of Scott's door. There were no other units on the floor. Scott typed in another code and opened the door. They were met with a floor-to-ceiling view of the lights of Brooklyn across the East River. Holy shit, Kip murmured, walking trance-like toward the windows. Scott left the lights of the apartment off. He stood behind Kip and said, The view was definitely a selling point. Jeez, yeah. Scott's hand was on Kip's shoulder. Kip waited a beat, then turned to face him. The lights of the city played against Scott's face in the dark. His brow was furrowed, like he was arguing with himself, but his eyes kept landing on Kip's mouth. Kip decided to take the plunge. Ooh! Woo! Grabbing a handful of Scott's hoodie, he pulled him down and pressed their lips together. Scott responded immediately with a hungry groan. Not like that. Oh my god, girl. He parted his lips, then placed his hands on Kip's face as he pushed his tongue into his mouth, kissing him like a starving man. Like he hadn't been with anyone in ages. Kip kissed back, exploring Scott's mouth, tasting him for the first time. Well, of course it tastes like burgers, bitch. Kip's head swam. I can't believe this is happening. Scott unzipped Kip's parka and slid it off his arms, letting it fall to the floor. Oh my god. Letting it fall to the floor. His hands fell to Kip's waist and slipped up under his t-shirt. Kip shivered at the sensation of Scott's large, calloused hands brushing over his skin. They kissed for what felt like forever in the dark apartment, until Kip finally asked breathlessly, "You got a bedroom?" "Yeah." Scott laughed when he said it. He sounded nervous, but he gestured for Kip to follow him. He led him through a doorway that revealed a giant bedroom with an even better view of the Brooklyn Bridge than the living room. There was a California king-size bed against the far wall. Aside from that, the room was sparsely decorated, but masculine and impressive. Scott kept the lighting dim in the room. He smiled shyly before he pulled the souvenir hoodie off over his head and tossed it onto a chair. The white t-shirt he still wore was stretched tight across his chest. "Is this okay?" Scott asked. "I'm sorry if I don't do this very often." "It's really fucking okay," Kip said, stepping towards Scott and placing one hand on his ridiculous biceps. "Let me take care of you. You can just be Scott from Rochester tonight, alright?" Scott looked at him with so much gratitude. It was heartbreaking. Then his gaze went to where Kip's hand was on his arm, and his gratitude quickly turned to something else. Ooh! Scott kissed him hard and lifted Kip's t-shirt. Kip took the hint and stepped back to pull his shirt off. Scott did the same, and good God! Kip had seen pictures of Scott, had even seen him shirtless locker room interviews, but seeing Scott standing in front of him, a wall of muscle and smooth, pale skin. "Fuck," Kip muttered. Mesmerized, he watched the rise and fall of Scott's massive chest as he breathed. Then he saw that Scott was staring at Kip's naked chest the same way, as if Kip was even in the same league. Sure, Kip kept in shape. He went to the gym whenever he had time, but Scott was... "You're gorgeous," Scott said. Scott was impressed, apparently. Kip grinned and bit his bottom lip as he walked backward toward the bed. Scott returned the grin and followed, stopping at the end of the bed as Kip fell back onto the mattress. Kip propped himself up on his elbows and gazed up at Scott in a manner that he hoped was seductive. "Ooh. What do you want to do with me?" Kip drawled. "I don't know, there are a lot of things I've thought about." Kip's mouth dropped open and his cock. Oh, I cannot say that. I'm so sorry, you two. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Twitch. Oh my god. Kip's mouth dropped open and his C word got uncomfortably harder in his pants. Oh my god, girl. Scott has been thinking about this with me. He instructed himself to keep his cool. This was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and he would be damned if he's going to fuck it up. Pick your favorite, he said, or hell, pick your top 10. I got plenty of time. Scott moved quickly, covering Kip's body with his own as he took his mouth again. Kip kissed him back eagerly. He couldn't get enough of Scott's mouth, and he wanted Scott to know how much he wanted this. He wanted him to feel confident to do whatever he'd been fantasizing about. When Scott placed a firm hand on Kip's crotch, gripping his uh, gripping his erection through the denim, Kip groaned into his mouth. He jerked his hips up and pressed into Scott's palm. In his mind, he thinks, "Yes, please, touch me everywhere." Scott broke their kiss and looked down at him with wild eyes. "Do it," Kip breathed. "Whatever you're thinking. Please, do it." Kip leaned forward to kiss him again, but Scott was already moving down his body. His big hands quickly unfastened Kip's jeans and hauled them down to his thighs. Kip didn't even have a chance to react before Scott was mouthing him through his underwear. Okay, I think I should have censored that, right? Oh, girl. Okay. God, fuck, Kip cried out, partly out of surprise and partly because Scott Hunter's beautiful mouth felt so fucking good. He stayed propped on his elbows so he could watch, because holy shit. Perhaps encouraged by Kip's enthusiasm, Scott tugged the waistband of his briefs down, freeing Kip's erection. He lowered his lips to the head, then glanced up at Kip as if he was asking permission. Kip nodded and murmured, "Yes, please." When Scott wrapped those plush lips around him, enveloping his C-word in delicious wet heat, it was all Kip could do to stop himself from thrusting up into his mouth. The only thing that stopped him was his assumption that Scott probably didn't have a lot of experience sucking C-word. Not that he was bad at it, he was just a bit frantic, working his mouth on Kip's C-word like they were in an alley instead of Scott's home, like he was worried someone might walk in on them at any moment and stop them. "Hey," Kip said, a little choked. "It's all right. No need to hurry. Fuck, you might want to slow down if you want me to last." The tension seemed to leave Scott's shoulders as he slowed his tongue. He was making gorgeous noises, as if he was the one being sucked as to off instead of the other way around. But he would have to stop soon or Kip would be done so. The whole scene was too effing much. Kip placed a hand on the side of Scott's face, and Scott looked up, lips still stretched wide around him. "What do you want?" Kip asked. Scott's mouth slid off Kip's C-word with a long, obscene drag of his tongue, and Kip's eyes rolled back. Jesus. Scott could say literally anything right now, and Kip would be down with it. "I want you to F me," Scott said. "Ooh!" "You do?" Kip was certainly down for whatever, but he had just sort of assumed that the captain of an NHL team might be kind of toppy. Toppy? Excuse me, Kip. Yeah, Scott said with a shy smile. Is that okay? It's what I've been thinking about the most. Kip made a mental note to stop making assumptions about the preferred positions of giant muscular star athletes. Yes, it's definitely okay. Scott grinned. Get those pants off. Kip could not wait to see all of Scott. Scott stood and seemed to take him in it. Sprawled out on the bed, pants pulled down to the mid-thigh, and erect seaward wet with Scott's spit. Kip imagined he was quite the picture. You too, Scott said finally, voice strained. Get your clothes off. Kip quickly removed his sneakers, pants, underwear, and socks and lay back on the bed, watching Scott. Scott turned away from Kip as he bent to rid himself of the last of his clothing, giving Kip a great view of his incredible ass. He watched the muscles ripple as Scott tugged his socks off. His eyes trailed down Scott's solid thighs, pale as the rest of him but covered in dark blonde hair. He was so strong, so masculine. He was everything Kip had ever dreamed about, almost too perfect to be real. When he was completely undressed, Scott turned to face the bed. You gotta be kidding me, Kip breathed. Scott Scott huffed a laugh as if he was relieved that Kip liked what he saw, which was ridiculous. He stretched himself out on the bed beside Kip and brought their mouths together again. Kip had been expecting more of the same urgency, but the way Scott was kissing him now was so tender, like he was savoring him, and Kip lost himself in it. God, your mouth, Scott murmured. Kip smiled against Scott's lips. I can do other things with it too. He needed to taste every inch of Scott. He might not get another chance. Scott caught Kip's bottom lip between his teeth, then released him and whispered, Show me. Kip did not need to be told twice. He rolled Scott on onto his back and straddled his massive thighs. Fuck, you're enormous, Kip said. Well, I'm very turned on right now. Kip laughed. I meant all of you, but yeah, that thing is impressive too. He leaned forward and pressed a kiss to Scott's collarbone. Scott gasped and arched up, so Kip let his mouth travel down his body, licking the curves of his muscles on his chest and stomach, and along the line of his absurdly defined obliques. The path led him to Scott's C-word, which was swollen and begging for attention. Kip ignored it and moved back up to Scott's mouth. Bastard, Scott growled, but he kissed Kip wildly. As an apology, Kip moved his hips so their C-words slid against each other. Scott moaned his approval. Christ, yes. Girls, stop speaking the Lord's name in vain. Oh! Kip repeated the motion a few more times, then pressed a hand on Scott's chest and sat up. Lube? Yeah, just a sec. Kip dismounted so Scott could roll and reach into the nightstand drawer. He handed a small bottle to Kip. Top shelf, Kip commented, examining the label. I like to spend big on important things, Scott said dryly. Kip reached for Scott's C-word, stroking it slowly and getting it slick and shiny. Scott's abdominal muscles flexed as he writhed on the bed while Kip caressed his balls and tugged at them gently. Scott swore quietly and arched his back. Kip smiled. He stroked his two slick fingers over Scott's "Oh," and the NHL All-Star whimpered. Yes, God, it's been too long. Too fucking long. Kip stroked Scott's C word with one hand as he teased his rim with the other. No one else, he murmured. Just you and me in this room. Nothing outside that door. Nothing matters but making each other feel good. Alright? Goddamn, Rachel. Yes. Scott didn't so much say it as exhale it. All of his muscles seemed to loosen a bit. His eyes closed, his beautiful long lashes resting against his cheekbones. Gonna make you feel so good, Kip. Can't wait until you're inside me. Me neither. Gonna F you like this, I think. You on your back. I wanna see you. Wanna make you come all over that gorgeous body of yours. God, yes. Scott sounded a million miles away. By the time Kip had worked a third finger into him, Scott was breathing hard and his C word was leaking. You're so fucking stunning, Kip told him. Then fuck me, Scott growled. Condom? Scott answered by reaching into the drawer again and tossing a condom at him. Kip rolled it on as fast as fucking possible before lining himself up. He pushed in slowly and kept a hand on Scott's C word, gently stroking as he entered him. Scott's face gave no indication of pain. Of course not. He was a tough guy, an athlete, a guy who got stitches on the bench and was back on the ice next shift. He could take it. Ah! Gagged. Okay. I need water, bitch. Let me take my cough medicine a bit. Wait a minute. I'm back. I had to drink my herbal cough medicine. And okay, where were we? Okay, condom. He could take it. Okay. Scott bent his knees until they were touching his chest, coaxing Kip to push deeper. Kip grabbed Scott's hips and hauled him closer. Then he slid back and thrust in, hard and fast. Scott cried out, but he was smiling. He looked ecstatic. Just like that, Scott breathed. Hard, please. He hooked a leg over Kip's shoulder and raised his hips, urging Kip to take him even deeper. Kip watched, mesmerized, as Scott stroked his own C-word. He was already on the verge of shattering, but when Scott murmured Kip's name, Kip lost all control. His rhythm was completely gone, and he was just effing Scott as hard as fast as he could as his mind broke apart. It was all just too much. Suddenly, Scott threw his head back. His chin jutted out and his neck muscles strained. His back arched and he came with a gorgeous shudder that Kip would never forget. He spurted, endless and beautiful, against his own stomach and chest, some even hitting his neck. Kip moaned and swore and came on the next thrust, almost screaming with how good it felt. When the last wave subsided, he collapsed on top of Scott, panting and smiling. After a minute, Scott gently maneuvered him so he could reach his mouth and kissed him. Thank you, Scott murmured happily. You have no idea. Thank you. You're thanking me? I needed that, Scott said. It's been a long time. Kip felt brave. How long? August? Are you? August? Early August. Kip wanted to ask how that was possible, but the answer might lead into territory that wouldn't make for great post-sex pill talk. Scott obviously was not comfortable picking up men. What he really wanted to know was, why now? Why me? Instead, he said, I should get cleaned up. Bathrooms that way, Scott said, gesturing to a door across the room. I'll use the one in the hall. Kip got himself cleaned up and walked out of the incredible bathroom. Scott was sitting up, propped against the headboard, with a thin sheet over him. Kip began collecting his clothes. He wouldn't kid himself about what this was. The sex had been great, but Scott would probably like him to leave now. Well, he said, thanks for that. You're leaving? Scott sounded disappointed. Kip paused, holding his jeans in one hand, his t-shirt in the other. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, Scott said. You can stay. I'd like you to stay, if you want. Kip stared, gobsmacked, at the gorgeous, sex-rumpled hockey star who was very shyly inviting him to stay the night. He actually looked nervous, as if he thought Kip might turn him down. Kip dropped the jeans and shirt on the floor and returned to the bed, grinning. Don't gotta twist my arm. He sprawled playfully across the width of the bed with his head on Scott's thigh. I want to know about you. Scott smiled down at him and began stroking his hair. Will you tell me something? I can't think of the right questions to ask. Kip gazed up in his face. My, my real name is Christopher, but almost no one calls me that. I'm 25. I still live with my parents in Brooklyn because I need to pay off my student debt or get a much better job before I can move out. Don't be embarrassed about that. I grew up dirt poor. You think I don't know how lucky I am? Not lucky, Kip said. You worked hard for everything you have. I had help. I got a scholarship to a boarding school with a great hockey program when I was 14. I had a free ride to college. I haven't had to think about money for over 10 years. I just wish my mom, she, died. Yeah, when I was 15. I'm sorry. Thank you. She was really amazing. I would have liked to have been able to take care of her the way she deserved. Buy her a nice house, all that. Only child, right? Yeah, Scott said. Yeah, it was just the two of us. He cleared his throat. Anyway, we should probably talk about happier things. Don't have to talk at all if you don't want, Kip said, reaching up to stroke Scott's face. He felt traces of trouble. Scott smiled at him. I should sleep soon. I have an early practice tomorrow. Long one too. Mmm, Kip said, feeling drowsier by the minute as Scott continued to stroke his hair. You sure you want me to stay? Definitely. The way Scott said it was so warm, so affectionate. Kip's heart fluttered. Oh, in his mind, Kip says, one night, Grady. Don't go getting stupid. Appreciate what you've been given here. Kip got under the sheet with Scott. He rested his head on Scott's chest, letting the rise and fall of his breathing lull him to sleep. And that is the end of chapter 5. Oh my god, that was so sweet, so sweet. And damn, there were parts that I appreciated that the show improved on, and there were parts that, wow, it was nice to read how their conversation went before they slept, before they had, before they did the deed. It's nice to know what things they've discussed before did all that. It was nice. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. Oh, that was so nice. I can't wait for season 2. But honestly, I don't think I can live stream this much. I don't think I can keep on reading this book through a live stream. I want to read this fully. I am fully immersed on a train during my commute while I'm on a break. I want to read it, and I couldn't care less about the stream. So I think I will end the Heated Rival, well, the Game Changers reading. I will end it at chapter 5, and then chapter 6 and beyond I will keep to myself. Because it's... Okay, before I move on, let me just say, that was excellent writing. I've read a lot of smut growing up. Oh, growing up, yeah. Yes, I did read smut. Wattpad smut. Growing up, I've bought physical books that are smut. I've read historical smut, you know, the smut that is considered classical, especially in China. I've read, what else? I have read a little smut in my own country. I've read smut, a lot of smut. And let me say, the writing is pretty okay. It's not trashy writing. Mm, it's cute that Rachel Reed maybe had a little bit of commentary on the stereotypes a bit, but overall the writing is mature. You can feel that an adult person wrote this book. It's not YA, it's not extremely cheesy, because let me tell you, I didn't like that part in the show where Scott bumped into Kip. It felt too, rom-com. That is rom-com vibes right there. Bumping into someone, whatever they're holding, it drops. That is extremely common. I don't like that part in the show. And the flow of the story and the book, it's mature. I like it. The dialogue, it's not super cheesy. The way they think, yeah, this is how a 25-year-old, an adult man, think. I like it. I like that. It feels appropriate for my age. Oh, because I can't imagine myself reading stuff like Love Victor or Heartstopper or well, I have finished Heartstopper. I can't really imagine myself reading a lot of those types of writing styles. I can still read YA if it was written well, but if it's written, it's pretty obvious that a high schooler wrote this, or someone juvenile, someone pedestrian. Oh, not pedestrian. Someone mediocre wrote the stuff like red, white, and royal blue. Oh! Okay, that's too much, bitch. Okay. But yeah, the writing of Game Changers, you can tell. Rachel Reed, she's pretty good. She's mature. It's handled well, I would say. And I truly appreciate that and for my age. And that's it. That's the only comment that I have because that is the only thing really that I didn't like in the show. The Scott bumping into Kip at the high class event, whatever. And although the way they approached this, who initiated the flirting first, uh, I guess it's fine. Yeah, I like both the book and the show, but I guess uh, if I had a criticism of the show, maybe it's that there is no way that Kip doesn't think that things will not lead to, to the bed. Because he was acting all shocked, a little bit shocked, when Scott, you know, started undressing himself. He should have expected that. Well, although you can see it in the actor's emotions that he's kinda having thoughts. But maybe that is the only thing that I can criticize. It's not even about criticism. It's so minuscule. But yeah, would I prefer the book or the show's version of who initiated the flirting first? Uh, uh, well, well, according to Rachel Reed, mm, Kip is a little bit of a flirtatious dude. So yeah, it makes sense that he would initiate first, and I appreciated that. And yeah, giving top energy. But in the show, if Kip was top, he didn't give off that vibes the morning after. I definitely thought he was. I don't know. Well, they did show it, and they did show the hot scenes in the show. And yeah, oh, well, guess I don't really remember. I don't really remember that part very much. So, you know what it means? It means that I have to rewatch Heated Rivalry. Okay, now it's time for Dead by Daylight, girl. Let's do it. Dun 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 dun. Transition. Dead by Daylight. Am I still live? Are we still live? Damn. Are we live? Okay. Yeah, we're live. Now, now, because I'm inspired, let's see. Let's see. I definitely want a build that is, it would work against Legion a lot. I'm wondering if I should have the Toma build. Toma, what is the name of that YouTuber again? I love him. He's so funny. Miguel. He calls Myers Miguel for some reason. It's so funny. I'm wondering. Also, why is the doctor always on my screen? Let's change that, okay? Please, if I was a killer, I'm a nightmare. Do I have new skins for him? I've checked my survivors and boo. Oh, shush, you idiot. Of course, the trapper, ever useless. So sad. Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Ah! Ew. I didn't know I had skins for you. Oh, what's that? Damn. Ugly. Oh, that's kinda hot. Oh, did I say it's hot? I'm crazy. Wait, this is the skin of the sweats. Sweaty wraiths. My god, people. Damn. Okay. Let's see. I'm lagging. Oh! 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 Dead. Wow. Okay. The nurse. Let's see. What skin do I don't have anything for you, bitch. Oh, that is sad. I love Trickster, he's hot. I love the Knight, he's hot. Who else? The Clown. If he had a better skin, I might like the Clown. But right now... Ooh! Girl. Whack. You're so whack. Ugh. I wanna place you anyway. Oh! Huntress. It's kind of crazy that the Huntress has... I don't know. The Huntress has a male skin, or maybe a voice line only. He's breathing hard. It's kind of crazy. How about the Clown? I have a crazy skin on the Clown. Yeah. Uh-huh. But I don't have his weapon, so it's not complete. I think it was because I maybe played too late, started playing too late 2 years ago. Something. Okay. Let's see what skins. No skins. Nada. So the only colors that I can actually use are Trickster and the Knight. God damn, he's hot. God damn. Oh, that's ugly. And then, who else? How about the artist? I don't have anything on her. That's what I know. The Knight. He's kinda noisy. Oh my fucking god, bitch. You are way too much, bruh. But look at that cock guard. Damn. 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 My god. Okay. I'd rather have just have Trickster on my screen. There we go. Resilience, generous, and then sprint burst, I guess. What else? I have a feeling that Lara Croft's perk is kinda good. But I don't know. Finesse instead of Vigil. Yeah. But I don't know. Empathy is also good, or Bond, so I know which direction to go. Away from the killer, away from Legion. She is so fucking crazy. I have never won. This year, this year alone, I haven't won a game against a Legion. But in total, since I started playing the game, I think I won against Legion like less than 10 times, and that was 2 years ago. That is a gag. That is so gaggy. Like, that is... Girl, 2 years. I got a P100 David. And I haven't won a one against that fucking bitch. Like, I'm pretty sure it's less than 10. I haven't won a lot against Legion. And that's me having a flip-flop between, flip-flopping between actually gen rushing so that I can get rid of her and then just waiting for the hatch. Which is questionable, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, Legion is my weakness. And who else? Yeah, it's just Legion. I don't know how to play against that bitch. Other than just do the gen. But then if I do a gen, she's gonna knock me down. And then you can't even hide the fuck away from her. If you run away from her direction, she's faster than you. What am I gonna do about that? She can see my aura. Even if... Oh my god, I wasted my sprint first. Girl. Repair. Achilles Reparo. Okay, where are the... Oh, there they are. They're so close together. We have to fix those generators. If we don't fix them, we lose. What map is this? Is this the Freddy Fazbear or the Walking Dead map or nobody knows. Oh, it is the Walking Dead map, which is a useless map. Bill. Oh my god, girl. Oh my god. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Okay, we have to get rid of this regen situation. Same old story time again. Got so close and then you lost it. Da 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 da. I'm such a goddamn good lover. Na 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 na. Crying at the nail salon. I'm so scared of all I love, and I don't understand. Why can't any man get a life? Get it high. Make a bitch. It's fun. Feel like my Papa John. Feel like my Papa John. And the bitch go on. It's a phenomenon. It's a phenomenon. Make a bitch. It's a farm. It's a phenomenon. Oh. I'm on my way, bitch. Girl, I am on my way. Wait for me, Daddy Bill. Crying at the nail salon. Oh my god, he wants Bill so bad. Where is he? Leave him alone. I'm so scared of all I love. Oh my god. What perk is that again? It's dramaturgy, right? Oh my god. I'm so scared of all I love. I saw, here's the other generator. They have to do these generators or else they're gonna get screwed. Crying at the nail salon. I'm so scared of all I love. I don't understand. Why can't any man hit like hit it hard like a bitch? It's a farm. You like my Papa Tom. You like Papa Tom. Like a bitch go on and on. It's a phenomenon. Shut the fuck up, bruh. Kinda crazy that I'm on that hook now. Ah! Dead. Wow. Excellent work. Excellent work, idiots. Damn. 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 Shutting it down, good lord. Hey, we got him over all over town. I'm so scared of all that love. I don't understand. Why can't any man hit it hard? Hit it hard. Make a bitch. It's a farm. Hit it hard. Hit it hard. Make a bitch. It's a family. Feel like I'm Papa Bomb. Feel like Papa John. Make a bitch go on and on. It's a feminine phenomenon. Oh. God. I'm so scared of all I love. I don't understand. Why can't any man get alive? Get it hot. Oh! Make a bitch. That's a sound. Get like. Get it hot. Make a bitch. That's a sound. Ooh! Why is he gagging him? Ooh! Gag. Well, you have to break the pallet if you want to win against Bill. Oh, Bill! Why did you do that? Oh! Oh! Gagged. Oh! It's running around. Oh! Self-care. In the middle of the... Oh! Oh! Girl. Yeah, do that, girl. Do that. Run! Self-care, bitch. Wow, that's kinda neat. Oh! What does that accomplish? He's going! Oh! 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 Well, finally. Girls! Body block him! Oh! Oh! Oh my god. People. Oh, that is sad. Oh, Bill. Oh, Bill. That was actually sad. Oh. Oh, Bill. Oh, Bill. Oh. 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 You did not deserve that. You did not deserve that, Bill. That was sad. He did not deserve that. Okay, we got Heartstopper 842. Oh, it's sad. You know, at some point, Alice Oseman, you have to kind of improve on your writing. Ooh! Oh, the shade. Oh! Oh! Who owns this? Oh. Yeah, I have to buy Gabriel. That's hot. Kinda. Well, unless it exposes his abs. But I don't think it does. Never mind. Like, look at this dialogue, Alice. Well, I guess it's a natural dialogue. Yeah, I suppose. Fine, whatever. I'm being a hater. So cute, Nick. Biscuits. Oh. Oh my god, they're bullying bitches. Oh, head boy. Oh my god, what a corny dialogue. I hate this. I hate how corny that was. Please. I mean, sure. Ugh. Is this the Pride Club? Oh my god. Not the Pride Club. Okay. Okay. I have to do that generator. Oh no, is it a silent killer again? I cannot deal with that, please. Not another silent killer. Stop! Why are you here? Ah! Excuse me. Oh, shush. Okay, that was a ping diff, okay? That was a ping diff. And why was he even there? Ugh. So annoying. Come on, 15% repair. Why is he here? It's just so crazy. God damn. I look good now. It's just this torso is separated from the body. from the legs, from the thighs. There's a demarcation line somewhere there. There's a... what do you call it? A fault. A fault line. They split apart. Stop the cab. Why is he here? Are you serious right now? Hurry up, bitch. Get the fuck away from me, you weirdo. He wants my cookie so bad. Help me. Onegaishimasu. I need the babysitter first. I need that. I'm just peacefully repairing the generators. He wants my cookie. Please save me from this horrible, horrible killer. I am being targeted, hate-crimed, discriminated for my sexy attire. Girl, where am I supposed to run? Girl, get the fuck away! Please, people, get the fuck away from me. I would like to survive a little bit longer. God damn, pisses me off. Get that terrible, terrible man away from me. Please. My. Oh, she has the babysitter, I think. I didn't even notice. I was too scared. Thank God I have a sprint burst. Please heal me. Oh my God! What a fucking freak. Does he have an aura reading perk? It's just so... Oh my God. Okay, where the fuck are the stairs? Where the fuck are the stairs, bitch? brother. Help them. I didn't even get to use my fucking toolbox. So annoying. Let's open the other generator here. The other exit gate. Just close your eyes. Oh, he's DCing. He is gonna DC. Uh-oh. 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 Bruh, help her. You people are. Oh my god. Oh my god, the bot is not gonna do anything, is he? Oh, that is so sad, girl. That is sad. That is just... My god, girl. Damn. Oh, she's mad. That is not my fault, bitch. I'm literally at death hook. They should be helping you, not me. Okay, let me just... Oh my god! Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Official game trailer. Okay, wait. Let me just... I have to adjust my mic and my... Okay. Okay. This face is way too big. Let's put it somewhere here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, bitch. Um, no, bitch. That is so cursed. I don't know where to put it. Just put it there. How about it here? How about here? No. Let's just put it there. Poppy, playtime. Damn. Okay. Let's do this. Do I still like this build? Yes, I still like it because we are just waiting for... We are waiting for... You know who. What's her name again? The stabby stab killer. I don't know. What's her name again? Her name is... Damn. It was at the tip of my tongue. Legion. Legion. Yeah. But... Kinda boring. Kinda bored. I don't like this build. How about I do... Instead of these two, I play my boon build. Oh, not me doing this again. Because Against that bitch, this is useless. Exponential? Trash. Well, it's actually pretty helpful. You know what? I'm just gonna do a full boon. I'm gonna send it. And then we do... Damn, I'm lagging. Wait. I actually need to fix the settings a bit. I'll do this. And I have to fix the settings. I need to fix those... Where is it again? Those process... sharpness, anti-aliasing. I think it's... Yeah, it's gonna... Yeah, you see, it doesn't look like pencil drawn anymore. Smooth edges displayed on the screen, but can reduce performance. Never mind. I optimized this game so that I can my laptop can handle it. This laptop is like, girl, this is ancient. It's a gaming laptop, that's why it can handle Dead by Daylight, but it's an old gaming laptop. Like, it's heavy. Gaming laptops these days are not so heavy, but this one is a thick boy. It's a 17-inch thick Lenovo. It's a thick boy, and it's been with me through tough times, heavy times, crying times, joyful times, laughing times. It's been with me a lot. And I don't know how to fucking disassemble it to fucking clean it, but I'm not gonna do all that because it's old and I might break it out of my stupidity. So I'll just let it be. It has 3 broken keycaps. The enter key, broken, cracked. It's just cracked. I might have to tape this one too soon. The QWE, taped, dead, my god. But yeah, this laptop, man. God damn. I'm gonna miss it when it actually really blacks out. Dead. I don't think it's gonna do that, but man, it's... Even a simple browser, it lags. It's so sad, but... if it was just so easy to modify a laptop, I would do exactly that. I would do that because this laptop is great. And it has sentimental value. It has sentimental value. It's so difficult to part with it. And I don't even have the money to buy another one. Nope. I'm gonna need a sugar daddy for that. Oh! My god, girl. Not this flat-ass map, bruh. I hate this map. I abhor it. Give me a totem, bitch. Yeah. Uh-oh. They're gonna get chased. Is it a Michael Myers? It's a big... Oh! No! The exact... It's the exact bitch that I've been waiting for. Not this one. Okay. They say the technique is to run as far away from them as possible. I'm running away, bitch. I'm running away. Well, now I have to repair the generator. Once he hooks her, I'm gonna run there. Oh! Almost. Is he going here? Okay. I have to hide. Oh my! Girls. Really? Really? Really now? Really? Oh my god, bruh. Are these bitches being for real right now? God damn. At least take a hit for me, you dumb idiot. My god. These people are dumb. Dead. Yeah. Play for Hatch, bitch. They're pairing a generator together. Great. Kinda crazy, no? Now get the fuck away from me, you idiot. Where? Oh my fucking god, bro. Uh-oh. There's no point. All gonna die anyway. Okay. You can see me. I'm on the farthest away from the map. Wow, now I know the strat. Stand at the corner of the damn map. Let's look for the damn hatch. Oh! Gagged. Good. Thank God. That is okay. 3 out of 20 games against Legion. Success. Wow. No more boning. Plot twist. No. Uh-oh. My allergies. Uh-oh. No. I'll save the mic test. Okay. Perfect. This is the perfect map for a boon build, bitch. You will be boon killer. You will not like it. Ooh. Perfect. Oh, wow. What are you doing? Why didn't you? You are a fucking idiot, no? Unless you're working with that idiot whore. Are you working with her? Look at that idiot no mither bitch. Yeah. You're not even repairing a generator. You're just hiding like an idiot. a fucking idiot? Yeah, he's working with it. Yeah. He is working. Okay. It's okay. I'll just have to report both of you. Oh, and now you want me. Anyway. That was funny. Trash. Okay, I want... I don't even want him. Cancel that. If I'm gonna choose a woman to play as. It's gonna be Jane. So there's Jane. Michaela, I don't know about you, girl. Do you have the complete perks? You have babysitter? You don't even have babysitter. Oh, I don't. I think only these people have the. Only they have. Do you have babysitter, Bill? You have babysitter. Okay. Ace doesn't have babysitter. Jake, do you have it? I'm pretty sure Dwight has the complete set of perks that I had. Wait, you don't have babysitter? Oh, Dwight. Dwight, do you have babysitter? Babysitter. Okay, you have it. Okay, anyway. So Jane, you don't have babysitter. Oh. Babysitter, you don't have babysitter. Let's see the store. Because Jane is the only plus-size girly pop in this game. Kinda crazy. Kinda crazy, no? She is the only plus-size queen. What's up with that, right? Right. Why is it like that? Does she have a cheap outfit that I can wear immediately? Because this is not it. I don't like this. I don't like her fit. It should be... it should be... should look good. We got 1-8, we got 5-4. Ugly. Just a recaller. Damn, you don't have anything. At least David has something. Damn. Just shitty ass recallers. I mean, I guess this is good. I like this too. Yuck. I like this. That's a gag. This one... No, it's not gaggy. Ugh. Oh, oh, what is that? Oh my god, girl. This is what I want. I want her in this one, and where's that? I know. Where's the flower? Where is it? Where's the telenovela head? Not this one. Not this one. Wait, why is it missing? She has this pretty head. That's... this one. This one. It's giving Betty La Fea. Or no, not really. It's giving... who's that girl? Marimar. Sorta, kinda. Marimar and Betty La Fea. No? How much do I have to spend? Oh god. 21,000 shards. Anyway. This is why I like my final girl. Final girl? Girly Pop Nation. Girly Pop, Girly Pop. Okay, let's do the Toma. Toma. Oh, Toma. Okay. Boldness. Let's do this. No, stay with boning. I prefer boning. Genshin Impact sucks ass. Oh my god, not this map. I need to find the totem somewhere here. Thank you. Okay. Why am I hearing so many noises? Oh, it's the Oni. Bruh. Uh-oh. Oh my! Oh my! Am I still revealed? Uh-oh. He's gonna kick my totem. That's gonna be so sad. It was such a nice place for a totem. Aww. Please get the fuck away from my place. This is my jurisdiction. Enough shouting, bitch. Okay. If I hear him, I'm gonna run. Immediately. Ah. Bam, bam. Oh, this guy is destroying totems. Do not destroy this one, totem. Oh! Oh, wow. That is sad. Second wind, empathic connection, conviction. Damn. That's meta. Well, is it? I don't think second wind is meta. Oh, flawless. Oh, wow. He looked so good doing that. I'm watching the Olympics. Skating. With, what's his name again? This man from the USA. Ilya. Oh, Ilya. And we got, what's his name again? Sean Hollander. That was funny. Okay. Okay. That's her. We got a totem here. Not here. Not here. Not anywhere. Oh, thank you for that. Appreciated that. Okay. No totems there. No totems here. Let's just do the generator here. Oh, hello. Time for me to drink my meds. We have two of those generators. I guess it's gonna be a pain in the ass. I hear one here. Let's do this. Oh my god. No! Oh! Kinda looks good. And whatever. take it. But we have to do these generators. Let me get a better totem place. Oh, oh, oh! Gagged. Give me a totem here inside. Oh, dead. Oh! Did he see me? Okay, let me adjust my mic. Oh my god, girl. Okay. There should be a totem upstairs. Unless... Oh! Please, no. It's tragic. There is nothing in this fucking place. How about here? Let's put one here. Please. A teeny tiny totem, please. Please, sir. Just a tiny totem. Okay. Let's find ourselves a totem here. Because I know there's one here. There is supposed to be a single totem here. Oh my god, girl. Am I serious right now, bruh? Brother. Brother. Bruh. Oh! Let the bot unhook. Oh my god. The gates are right in front of each other. Okay, I have to do this generator. Oh my! What? That's kind of crazy. I guess she quit. Oh my god. He did. Da, 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 da. Damn. Oh my. Oh my god. Kinda crazy. There. Oh. Oh. Like that, huh? Well, let me unhook myself. Carry on, people. No, do not unhook me. No, do not unhook me. Okay. This is a sign. We must end this train. No. Damn. Anyway. I'm done. Bye, people. Good night.